13 WMAZ weather. Sponsored by Bucky Holland Heating, Cooling, Plumbing.
All right, Carmen. Well, I would say after the week we've had this week with the cloudy starts to every single morning, even though it's hot, I am happy to see the sun every morning.
I am too. I am too. It just, when I open my window and I see the sun, I'm like, it's going to be a great day.
I totally agree with you. And that's how we're starting today, too. So it's kind of an omen for the rest of the day that it's going to be another nice and just really warm day across central Georgia today. So really, really blue skies in Warner Robins right now. It's not so bad either. In terms of numbers, we're only in the low 70s across the area. So not terrible, but I'm sure you'll probably notice the heat when you step outside, more so due to the humidity than the actual numbers themselves. There is a look at temperatures across the area. Like I said, mainly in the low 70s this morning, right around average for this time of year. So kind of how we've been starting many mornings off here. There may be a couple of areas of fog as well, but like I said, what you'll really notice is going to be the humidity this morning. Still in the dark green muggy category everywhere, and this is not leaving us heading into the rest of the day today. So similar to the last few days, you can factor in the humidity when you think about the high temperature for today. It will actually be in the low 90s, once again, right around average for this time of year. But when you start to factor in the humidity, we'll feel more like the upper 90s, probably the triple digits for most spots. So heat will be the bigger story today because the rain chances will be lower than they were yesterday. We had a good number of scattered showers and storms yesterday afternoon and evening. Today, less of a chance to catch one of those. Maybe some scattered showers and storms in one or two spots. Other than that, I think a lot of places will stay dry today. So here's a look at the satellite and radar this morning. Again, fairly quiet. Most of the activity happening off towards the coast here in our area. We're seeing maybe a few clouds out there, and other than that, not much to mention. As we head into the afternoon, not much of that will change. You can see the future view doesn't pick up on a ton for the rest of the day today. Maybe a shower or storm or two in one or two spots, but I really think most places should be dry for Sunday. So after a little bit of a rainy Saturday, hopefully you can get your outdoor plans in today for Sunday. And this pattern will stick with us to kick off the early work week. Maybe a shower or storm or two across a couple of spots for Monday. And we'll do this pattern again heading into Tuesday. Really not a great rain chance for the early work week. Anything we see is going to be really isolated and extremely scattered. As we head into the second half of the work week, that's when the rain chances will increase just a little bit. Not a total wash like what you can see on the long range models here. I think it's just a better chance at catching some scattered showers or storms for the second half of the work week. We're talking sometime Thursday through about the end of the weekend, but that is going to lower the numbers as well. Now, of course, we're still keeping an eye on Hurricane Erin. We just got the 8 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center this morning after the system underwent some eye wall replacement, which means that it's kind of disorganizing itself and trying to rebuild itself later. We were at Category 3 status, and we will jump back up to Category 4 status sometime later this morning, maybe later today. Again, this is still moving towards the west-northwest, but as we round out the end of the weekend, it will start to curve towards the north, and that's when we'll see it take its turn over towards the U.S., but then eventually curving away from it. Still no impacts expected here in the United States. So good news there on Erin. And actually, it may end up filtering some cooler numbers into our area, bringing some northwesterly flow into our region, and that could drop our temperatures to the low 90s, maybe even upper 80s by the end of the work week. We'll see.